Why did the Pittsburgh Steelers take Najee Harris in the first round? It is to my understanding, Steelers fans, they knew they could get offensive line help later. Now, at the moment, we just saw, I'm saying this as if we're watching it live, but at the moment, we know the Steelers drafted Kendrick Green, a guard. My buddy here on the show, Kenyon, my brother Kenyon, is familiar with him. I am not, so I have to do some homework. But I am told that he's a guard. He can play center. At this moment, we only got that offensive lineman, but we also know we have Pat Fryermuth. Steelers might not be done addressing offensive line. But here's the reason why I always say have faith in the team. And to you media pundits, I kept hearing all of y'all say, oh, that is who's going to block for him. And I mean, these top-notch guys on TV. And I'm like, do y'all think the draft is over? Do you think the Steelers are not going to, just because they don't take the projected guy? It is to my belief that the Steelers felt like, listen, we need to do both. And if the highest guy on that board and Najee Harris is there and we're confident we're going to get offensive line help later, that's why they picked him. Simple. The draft didn't end last night. Now, there's some guys who went off the board that I liked, Kenyon liked. One of Kenyon's favorites got picked right before him. Minnesota took Wyatt. Yep. I like Josh Myers because we watched Trey Sermon a lot, so we got familiar with those dudes. Both of them were gone. Dickerson was gone. Creed Humphrey got taken. So I know some of us feel like, there's guys that we should have taken, but I think this is a win-win. Simple as that. And the Steelers might not be done picking offensive linemen. So that is why the Steelers drafted Najee Harris. There you have it. But back to the show, guys.
And speaking of that, Trey Sermon just went to the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
So check this out. So
does he fit?
Yes, because they run that RPO offense.
Okay. But here's the funny thing. Why they showing Pittsburgh right here? They're showing that draft room. Why they showing the draft room of the Steelers?
Wait, on network?
Yeah. I mean, they showing Trey Sermon was picked, but then they were showing the Steelers draft room. Maybe they just panned back to it.
Yeah,
or maybe a trade or something was happening. But here's the thing, man. The funny thing is Sermon was, like we all said, he was sitting right there for us. So had we gone offensive line in, let's say, the first round, still came back and got Fryermuth. So it might have turned into that. Who knows? It may have turned into that. If the Steelers decided to go offensive line, higher projection in the first round, came back, and let's say they still was going to get Fryermuth, man, Sermon would have been sitting right there. And me and Kenyon would have been on here saying, see?
Yep.
But they went with Najee. And I'm cool with it because we still got some help. So there you go.
And my quick analysis of Kendrick Green, and now that he's been picked, Sim will probably watch him play now.
Definitely. Probably even tonight.
Right. He'll watch him play. My analysis of him is this, and I'll tell you guys in the chat because I watched him. I saw 2 Illinois games. I didn't see 3. I saw 2. But he's nasty. He's Kevin Dotson nasty. And if we're going to get back to being nasty, and I don't know if he can start day one. He's kind of what you would call a project, but he's a guy that I believe can transition to center and eventually become your starter. And I would just tell you guys, watch tape on him. He's nasty. He's a real nasty type kid, athletic, tested well, really rose up late in the process for this draft. So he was a guy that I didn't really talk about him a lot because we had our top kind of like 4 or 5 guys. But I did put him on the list, and Sam can tell you, I texted him a list. I put him on the list. He's just last. He was just the last guy. But that shows you the depth of the offensive lineman in this draft, which is what Colbert was telling people before. So as we were saying earlier, just let it play out. So what have the Steelers done so far?
Mm-hmm.
You got a bell cow running back, you got a future starting tight end, and you got an offensive lineman. They got 2 4th-round picks. They can address offensive line again. I'm just telling you, tomorrow they can do it again. So I wanted to play out, and so far I'm very satisfied. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't think I could disagree, man. I think, and I still would have had confidence, but I think I would have felt a little differently if we didn't go offensive line in the third, because I would have felt like I was off with my assessment.
Right.
You know, we try to act like we can look into the Steelers and kind of think what they're thinking and where they're going. And I think for the most part, we've been right in the first 3 rounds, at least by position. We, you know, as far as the order, who knew? But this is exactly what we thought. So it makes me feel like we really have studied the team and we understand the team. So, hey, man, you get a beast running back. You bring in another guy to help out on the offensive line, and you get a tight end all in 3 rounds, and you got 2 picks in the 4th coming up. Hey, man, I am not dissatisfied with these picks at all.
Yeah.
At all. And you know, where's all the smoke at now? I mean, I want to hear the smoke. All of the people, oh, the Steelers. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. They were stupid. They should have went O-line. Now that we have both. Now, of course, we got to wait and see how the players pan out. But the fact that they've addressed those 3 positions, what are y'all's thoughts now?